Hey guys, how you going? I hope you're having a good Monday so far. This is going to be a quick fire video on my thoughts, I guess, part two of the NRL, situation regarding the crackdown on head-high tackles and what's transpired so far, and the results of the aftermath of the NRL Magic Round. So the aftermath now, we now have 10 players who are now looking to be suspended, which ranges from 5 to 7 weeks to 1 to 2 weeks, which is quite lengthy for some. Again, how you categorize it, I'm not too sure. I do believe that some players did have carryover points as well. So we've got, for example, we have Josh Maguire with 5 to 7 weeks, Fui Maono with 5 to 6, Papali with 3 to 5, Ese with 3 to 4, Rawarawa with 2 to 3, Ricky with 2 to 3, Sims 1 to 2, Peachy 2 weeks, Whiten 1 to 2, and Hodgson with 1 to 2 weeks. I think in the greater scheme of things overall, after hearing what Abdo and PVL have said regarding the crackdown, I'm going to be honest now, I am probably a fan. Well, I am a fan. I get the reasoning. I understand why. I also believe that the send-offs as well, right, which was were warranted. I believe they were warranted. Particularly the Ese one on To'o, which I think to me he's got off lightly, if I'm being honest. 3 to 4 weeks, I thought he would have been probably sitting around the Maguire sort of week as well, right? Between 5 to 6. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's going to be controversial because everyone's going to be sitting on a side, particularly if it's your team who are being punished or if it's your team that have fell victim to one of those attacks, head highs, right? Like that's just it. That's how this goes. But ultimately, I think what Abdo and PVL are saying is, and the referee boss, Graham Ansley, I think what they're saying is, you know what? It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're in. This are the rules and that's it. And again, they brought up a good point too, because we're all sort of getting a bit too, I guess, opinionated, and we're probably so, I guess we're blind to the fact, partly to the fact that the reality is that these rules have always been here. This is nothing new, you know what I mean? It's not new, it's always been here. The rules have never changed. Nothing's different. It's just the way that they're now enforcing it, and now a no tolerance to the head no, which makes sense in the long run, as PVL also said as well. Short-term pain, long-term gain. This will also increase, in my opinion, discipline. Although in saying that too, there were some calls that were missed as well, right? I'm not going to go into the details of it. Again, this is why I think it's controversial, and that yes, some players and a lot of players have been fined too, by the way. It's controversial in that sense that, you know, why does Burr, for example, get 10 minutes, right? And why did Kalfusi's incident on, I believe it was Corey Norman, not get mentioned? Again, there's always going to be a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of hit and miss. But I mean, overall, you can see where PVL is going. Ultimately, I think, as I've stated before, it slows the game down. It does actually hurt the momentum of the game. But I think there's probably ways to rectify it, or at least work around it, compensate to try and make it work. Again, it's the first week. Look, there's more rugby league to be played, and I'm sure these rules are going to be not only tested here, but it's going to be tested in the Origin arena and the international arena, particularly World Cup coming on. I've got a feeling that if the International Rugby League Board want to try and make a stand, I'm sure they'll follow through. I'm sure the NARL will follow through, and I'm sure the CRL will follow through as well. The NRL have made what I think, in all honesty, is a good move. Ultimately, again, there's always going to be two sides to the fence, but I think it's a good move in the long run. The suspension's hefty and long. However, again, to make that point, you just got to make that stand. Ultimately, as I said before, it'll increase more discipline. It'll get more players to think before they tackle in a contact sport especially. And I think that's probably the main underlying issue, is that it's a contact sport. How can you help certain situations? And I understand that thoroughly, and I get it. I absolutely get it. But look, in saying that, however, in one way you can sort of look at it as, you know, the interest is on the player, right? Who gets the head high regardless. Again, lines are blurred, but I guess that's the reason why they're going for it, is player safety. Sure, will it increase probably more acting? Yeah, I think so. I think we saw a bit of it, to be honest. But in some cases we didn't. It was actual genuine cases that needed to be stamped out of the game. Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter what the viewpoint is here, whether you're for it, whether you're against it. I think ultimately PVL, Abdo, Ansley, and the board, NRL board, have dropped the hammer and have said no more. That's it. Head contact, you're gone. Fine, or 10 minutes. And that's probably better than, I guess that's probably better than, I guess, leaving it as is. You know, so much talk about CTE, concussions, brain damage. Hey, the hammer was brought down hard. That's it. This is probably the hammer blow that we did not see coming. And get ready, because there's going to be more hammers coming down. Again, I don't think it really rules. I don't think it rubs out the... I don't think it rules out the impact of the game. Rugby league's still a great game. You know, with this rule, I still think it's great. It's a beautiful, wonderful game. I am in love with this sport. And I don't think it actually does anything to change it. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think. And again, this is not a ref bashing video. You cannot blame the refs. They're just literally doing what they've been told. They've just been told to enforce the rules again. That much more deeper. But thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And to borrow a quote that PVL has said, short-term pain, long-term gain. And again, if you see your favorite player about to drop the ball over that try line, what are you going to say? Hold the ball. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time.